I am out here with my BMW i3 range extender, and it makes noise when the generator kicks on, but today, I'm gonna try to fix it. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda out here with my range extender. You can't tell because the little doors for the gas flap and the electrical flap are on the other side. So you're just gonna have to take my word for it. You're just gonna have to trust me. But one of the things that the range extender does here, it's like a scooter engine. It's a little generator. It's not an engine. It just generates electricity that feeds the battery, that allows the motors to run. It's not like the GM ones where it was kind of a hybrid, a generator and driving the drivetrain too. Anyway, it sounds a little loud. A lot of people complain about it. I don't think it's that bad. It kind of sounds like there's someone mowing their lawn in a distance. But to make it a little quieter, I am going to try something here. And I understand that it's not going to be a full fix, but I'm just kind of curious if it'll help at all. Let me show you. All right, so what I am going to do here is use this piece of mass-loaded vinyl that I bought. And this stuff is super thick. I don't know if you've ever checked out this stuff. It comes in a variety of different weights. This is a 2-pound mass-loaded vinyl, which means I believe it's 2 pounds per square foot, which means this whole thing here, I don't know, it's like 5 feet long by 2 feet. So this is like 20 pounds. It's shocking how heavy this thing is. And the 1 pound one probably would be enough, but I figured, let's go big. Anyway, you can see, oh man, you could really hurt someone with this if I could pick it up. I had to drag it over here because I'm weak. But one of the things about the piece that I bought is it's pretty close to what I need. I can just put this on there. Looks like I'm just going to trim those edges. I've got a paint pen here, so I'm just going to trace this mat out here. And then I think I'm going to use a box cutter to cut on that line. And I'm probably going to need to put this on some cardboard or an old piece of carpeting or something to cut through it. But hopefully we will get this cut and then in the car, and then I'll drive around and I'll tell you what the results are. All right, I've got the line traced on there, and now I'm gonna cut it, and then we'll throw it in the back and drive around. All right, I cut it with a box cutter. I actually thought it would be a little harder, but obviously if you have a really sharp blade and you kind of put that downward pressure in there to cut through it, I kind of did it really in 2 passes, kind of that first cut and then just traced it again, and I'm actually kind of surprised. And I have a piece left over here because I think, what did I buy? Like 2 feet by 5 feet or something. And I think I can make a bottom for the front frunk as well, so I can put stuff in there without it kind of rattling on the plastic. I don't know. I know the first complaint here is going to be, hey, Pete, you're adding weight. You're adding 20 pounds to the car. Well, I could also probably skip a meal and lose that weight too. But now I want to put this in the back here and then drive it around. And I'm not going to give you any decibel readings. Just tell you if it reduces the sound to my ear, kind of cuts down on that lawnmower noise a little bit, because if it works, you could do it yourself. And if I don't feel like there's any benefit, I'll just pull it out and save myself the weight too. All right, this thing fits like a glove. First cut looks perfect. I will tell you that I got this piece 2 feet deep because that was kind of a standard size that I could get it in without a lot of waste. And the beautiful thing about it is it goes right up to this plastic right there. So that's exactly 2 feet from the plastic to the back of the seats there. And that's going to save you a lot of cutting. You really just have to trim the 2 edges here. All right, so now I'm going to drive around and see if this thing keeps it a little quieter. All right, so follow up on the very heavy mass-loaded vinyl that I put in the back here, and I've been driving this car around a while. I was excited to get down on low battery because I could hit the hold the state of charge for the range extender. Now, I have programmed that to be one of the presets on my dashboard, and one of the things that I will tell you is that I hit the button, and normally if you're above 75% on battery, it won't come on, or if the feature's turned off, it won't come on, and it'll give you a little error message. So I hit the button, and nothing happened, and I didn't get an error message or anything like that, so I just kept driving and I hit it again. Okay, maybe my button got deprogrammed, so I checked and no, the button is still programmed. Then I realized as I got to a construction zone and they had the flagger there with the stop sign that I pulled up to a stop. Then I could hear it when all the road noise was gone. The range extender was running and I couldn't even tell. I actually thought it wasn't coming on. That's how quiet it is at driving speeds. Now, it does create some noise, and when you're just sitting in the car and it's stopped and the range extender is on, it will shut off actually if you're just stopped there for more than, 5, 10, 15 seconds, something like that. But it was only at that point that I could tell it's on. Now, when you are driving and the faster you go, there are more things. Road noise from the wheels, wind noise, the heavy gurgling sound coming from my belly that's just desiring a smash burger, whatever, right? All those things are really loud. But at those driving speeds, oh my gosh, it was fantastic. I mean, I'm not saying it's completely gone, but my initial reaction was that it's so much more muffled, so much quieter than before that it wasn't on at all. So now that I know what to listen for, I can tell when it's on, but man, it's going to make driving, I think, that much more pleasurable. Add some weight to the back, but you know what? Skip a meal and lose the weight on yourself. That's my advice. That's what I'm going to try to do. No, it's not. I'm going to go in and have a Danish right now. The single piece that I bought actually came pretty darn close to what I needed without a lot of waste because the stuff is kind of expensive, but man, it worked. A treat. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.